the Samyama we are talking about. The Samyama meditations are basically to train you to meditate with eyes open, so that 24 hours, no matter what you're doing, you're constantly meditating actively. With eyes open, in all the activity that you perform, you can become active meditation. Then it's a different world by itself. So Samyama meditations are for that purpose, to train you to open eyes and meditate.
Samyama is essentially this, that layers of our conscious mind can be brought to a conscious level and worked out, not on the memory level, on the energy level, because if memory comes, you will just crack up, cannot handle the load of 2 or 5 or 10 lifetimes. Your mind is not capable of handling that. It will definitely crack you up and confuse your life completely. If you remember things from past life and there are all over people, let us say, in your neighborhood, your neighbor's whatever, your neighbor's husband or let's say your neighbor's dog happened to be your child in past life. I can imagine you, with the kind of emotions you have right now, you will not be able to manage this. It would drive you crazy. So it would be utterly irresponsible. If somebody is capable of opening up past lives, it would be utterly irresponsible to open it. We do such things in a very controlled condition for specific purposes for certain people. But that's very rare. It's not necessary on a daily basis. Samyama is a good way to go through it because it works out on an energy level. You never come to the mental level of remembering the actual detail of it. But you see something is working itself out, which is very obvious to you. That is good for you because it cleans up. Remembering is not good. But if it's hypnotherapy, it is definitely not a regression. It's an attractive name, probably it's intriguing, people do call it regression. The moment you say it's hypnosis, I don't think it can be regression. Most of the regression processes that are happening are purely psychological manipulations. They don't touch anything but it.
Now, people, when they come to advanced programs, 3 days or 7 days they're in Samyama or Bhavaspadana, the person that you are, you'll just simply forget who you are. You don't know who you are. It'll become like that because the situation created is so intense and so different. Everything that you know as normal is broken. After some time, you don't know who is here. After the program is over and you come back, you just wonder, is it me who went through all that? Most people can't believe that they actually went through Samyama and came. Simply because it's created like that, the whole situation. Not only the meditation process, the situation also is created in such a way that it doesn't assist your personality in any way. The whole thing is to take off all the supports, because your personality cannot exist for a moment without your support. If you involve yourself in any intense activity, it could loosen up a little bit. But that is haphazard. Now we are looking at how to approach it scientifically, how to dismantle all the scaffolding that is holding it up. If you have noticed this, people who are very, very committed and enjoying the process of working, they always have more flexible personalities than people who are working towards a goal. Is it so? Have you noticed this? Because just the involvement with the work, total involvement, those moments the personality becomes little loose. But people who are working towards a goal, that they want this to happen, those people have strong personalities always.
For the same aspiration of human fulfillment, there are so many efforts, so many different types of activity in the world. Whether one is going to the temple or to the bar, seeking God or drink or drug, one is seeking peace or war, one is seeking trinkets of life, another wants to go to heaven. Essentially, the pursuit is same, people want fulfillment. Well, it takes a lifetime of effort for most human beings, that things that they pursue will not and cannot bring fulfillment. Samyama is not an effort to fulfill yourself, but to remove the ingredients which cause unfulfilled condition within you. There is a process in your hands right now. Where you will take this process is in your hands. But it is such a potent and alive process, a very live and potent process, that if you give yourself to it, it does things that you've not imagined possible ever.
We have samples on Samyama volunteers before they started the practice, and then at 48 hours after they did the practice, and then at 3 months after. And when we went and looked at like thousands of gene signatures, and then it turns out the set of genes which are linked to this viral restriction, otherwise the interferon pathway, seem to be directly activated in people who are doing Samyama. So this data is like really, really exciting. In fact, like one of the articles like we referred is that like, there is one particular paper where they showed when they take the SARS-CoV-2 and infect what are called organoids, they are trying to create a model like what happens in human. The set of genes that are activated by the SARS-CoV-2 and organoids, that is the protection which the body is trying to do, are the same genes that are getting activated in the Samyama participants at 2 or 3 days after they started this practice. The second set of things which is really interesting and useful also is that like at 3 months after they finish this 7-day program, the antioxidant response genes are the ones which are most potently activated in their body. So not only we are having the viral restriction or balanced immune response, but also the protective response for the cells are also getting activated in this practitioners of this. So this, and there are previous studies in other meditators also, people have published, and again, really showing that ability to handle a viral infection is specifically those pathways are activated in people who are doing like practice of meditation and yoga.
I know you guys are looking at it technically in this way, but let me share my experience. It's almost 39 years now since I've been traveling. This is the first time I'm staying home for over 40 days in last nearly 40 years. Always I've been traveling, and almost every day I have a public event. Hardly there's one day where there are no events. So in spite of that, in these 39 years, I've never cancelled a single event because I'm not well. So obviously it must be working. Everything that is needed for a flourishing life to exist in the body will naturally happen with these practices. The practices are life-oriented. Measurements, you can come up with your own measurements in various ways. I know scientifically it is useful, but essentially people want to be healthy and well.
And when I started Samyama, I was very scared because it's a very subtle process. People usually come to Samyama after 5-6 of Kari Sadhana, like they need to give that much time, and for me it was just 1 year. And I was a bit nervous, but I didn't mind. I said, it's fine, I would go and see how it works. And then suddenly, I think on the 5th or 6th day, it just opened up, and it happened to me, and I'm so grateful that I did this, and I'm so grateful that I don't know how to articulate it, because that it's very difficult to express these experiences in words, and all I can say is that before this, Shiva for me was a dimension, and Shiva for me was something that I could mentally understand. But after Samyama, he has unleashed Shiva in me. He has become my breath, and when I felt him for the first time, it took me back to the time when, as a kid, I lost him. I could tell that this is what was missing from me, and that part which was taken away, it sort of been instilled. And after the sadhana, my mother called me, and I told her that I am home. I have found what I'd lost, and now everything makes sense. And this is something where I feel for the first time in my life that something has happened so profound to me. No amount of success, awards, money, relationships have ever touched me. I'm just so fortunate to be in this world at this time when Sadhguru is there, and he is there, and he literally held my hand, and he literally took me through this, and when he met me, he knew that what I was lacking, That's the most important thing, because I don't think I would have made it, without him identifying that what is missing in my life. So for me, I'm going to be always grateful to him.